Money doesn't exist. Time doesn't exist. That's the first line of this script, written on an expensive computer in quite the rush, because, of course, one mustn't defy the algorithm. So you could say I'm a bit of a hypocrite. But give me just 5 minutes, and I'll explain how a small shift in perspective and a different angle on this sentence can forever ease your life and obliterate the constant worry about money. If this take on money and understanding time doesn't sit well with you, feel free to keep counting pennies until your next paycheck, carry a calculator to the grocery store, or seriously consider a career switch to something less legal. As for me, this perspective has helped me manifest abundance and, more importantly, build a healthier relationship with money, and by extension, improve my mental health. Now, let me get to the point. In the next minute or so, I'll dive into the root of all our problems and the history of money itself. People used to trade wheat and grain. Then they discovered gold. When carrying gold to the market became too inconvenient, they came up with the gold standard. Paper money, initially called certificates, was directly tied to the amount of gold a country held. At any time, people could exchange their certificates for gold. But for reasons we may never fully understand, governments decided this system wasn't working, and we shifted to fiat money, currency with no intrinsic value, given worth only by trust and law. In simpler terms, the gold was gone, but we kept printing paper money. This leads us to the fact that global debt has reached an astonishing $312 trillion, largely because of this shift. Money doesn't exist. It lost its value long ago, yet we keep chasing it. And it's funny because we learn this as kids, but fail to apply it as adults. The more you chase something, the more it runs from you. So why chase something that has no real value? I wish I had understood the capitalist food chain earlier, adopted the skills of a lone wolf, and settled somewhere in the woods growing my own food, living off the grid without IDs, passports, or birth certificates, but I didn't. Here I am, surrounded by people I love, indulging in food I can't resist, and creating memories on trips I'll never forget, all of which require money. So I work, but I only do work I love. I've let go of the 9-to-5 grind because saving up for future enjoyment could just as easily mean getting hit by a car as you're leaving the office, with your savings spent on a memorial service. So I've embraced risk, relentless effort, constant manifestation, and an incredibly easygoing attitude towards money. I don't count it, stress over prices, or feel bad when I'm short, because money doesn't exist. It has no real value and isn't worth stressing over. The more you spend like a billionaire, the easier it becomes to think like one. Your mindset is what separates mortals from immortals. Be certain that abundance is always within reach. Feel that peace, knowing you don't depend on an imaginary currency, but are addicted to the simple joys of life. And watch how money starts flowing to you, uninvited. When you stop being a slave to the fear of not having enough, you'll rise to a higher frequency that attracts nothing but abundance. And here's the last thing to underline, bold, and commit to memory. Time doesn't exist. Sure, we need it to explain yesterday, now, and tomorrow. It's how we plan, meet up, and organize our lives. But time is just that, a convenience. In the grand cosmic scheme of things, it's not just non-linear, it's non-existent. If you miss one train, another will come. If you don't like that one, tough luck, but the point is, there will always be another train. Follow your own pace. Don't fear deadlines, being late for work, forgetting dates, or taking a few hours to play a video game. You don't owe that time to anyone. It's yours. If you inconvenience someone, apologize and make it right, but don't feel the need to justify yourself. If you're 40 and don't have a family, don't explain yourself. Follow your rhythm. Don't rush, don't slow down, don't race, and don't watch the clock. Relax. Don't show up an hour and a half late to a job interview unless you're looking to work on self-discipline, accountability, and self-love. But if you do end up late, don't worry. There will be other jobs, other opportunities, other times. Enjoy your day. If you find yourself with unexpected free time, do something that fulfills you. Happiness is the one currency that never diminishes or changes form, so hold on to it. As for the stigma surrounding money and time, we are breaking it together. Take charge of your worry before it takes charge of you.